totally exhausted and thirsty, and I have no clue where we fucking are, so just play nice and give me a break, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm dying of thirst.
Fat Pep, you find out
fucked.
why she left the CIA in 4 more chapters.
Leave me alone, Aiden. What?
But this is a really long chapter. It's probably the longest chapter in the game. And so not tonight. I'm probably going to finish this chapter and then call it a night. So tomorrow.
It's okay, Aiden. There's no reason to be nervous.
Although this is probably the best chapter. So I'm going to end it on a good note and finish this chapter. I like this chapter. Sort of a good note because I'm going to kill Paul this chapter. I'm sorry, Paul. You're a good person. You're number 2 best dad. But you're going to have to go.
I'm so sorry to disturb you. I'm just looking for some place to spend the
Fat
night.
Pep,
and-
I'll probably
and I
start
was
tomorrow
hoping-
around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard
Can't stay
Time.
here. Sorry.
Can I just spend the night in your barn? Please? I mean, I promise I will be gone by morning.
I told you can't stay here. You need to leave now.
Paul, number 2 best dad. The dad rankings are Stan number 1, Paul number 2,
Okay.
Willem
Stay
Dafoe
here tonight.
number 3,
Come in.
Mama Cole number 1 mom.
What's your name?
Jody.
I'm Paul. These are my sons, Corey and Jay. My mother, Shimasani. Don't be surprised if she doesn't answer you. She hasn't spoken in years. We're about to have dinner. Would you like to eat with us?
Yeah, thank you.
Stan number 1 best dad. And I think what makes Stan the best dad is Paul here. Paul here is honestly, straight up a good person. But he's a have. He has things. So he shares the things he has. Stan? He's homeless. He's got nothing. He still shares what he doesn't have. And I think that puts Stan just a little bit higher. No, Paul is definitely not a coward. Why would I say that?
We don't see many hitchhikers out here. Can I ask where you're
Paul
headed?
just accepted his lot in life. You can't.
I just keep moving from day to day. I guess if I keep going long enough, I'll figure out where I'm headed.
I see.
Guys are, Navajo, right?
We're Danae.
That means the people in Navajo. That's what we call ourselves.
You guys are really far from everything here.
My family's lived here for generations. I was born here. Probably die here. I tell my boys to go. I know there's nothing for them here. But, they want to stay with their grandmother and me, so...
Fat Pep, remember, this is my second playthrough. So, you know, at this point,
Do you breed horses?
spoilers for
Yeah.
this chapter. I'm
Mustangs.
gonna let it go. You can
We also have a
spoil.
bunch of churros.
Churros?
Sheep. We sell their wool and milk. It's not much, but it keeps us alive.
But no, I don't see Paul as a coward for what happens in this chapter. If he was a coward, he would have moved. Instead, he decided this is Navajo land. This is our land. And no spooky ghost is going to scare us off. If you've ever played the point-and-click adventure game Shivers 2 Harvest of Souls, you'll really like this chapter. Shivers 2 Harvest of Souls, to me, is one of the scariest games ever made. And it's a point-and-click adventure, which is really crazy. There's like nothing scary in the entire game. Just the atmosphere is so
What I hear.
palpable.
What do you mean?
You value your life? Lock your door and don't come out until the morning.
Shivers 2 is the old Sierra Online. Let me look it up. Shivers 2 Harvest of Souls. Came out in 1997. Now, I'm sure if you went back to Shivers 2 now, it wouldn't seem as scary when you have games like Outlast or Amnesia.
I know.
But when that game came out, there was nothing else
It's a very
like it.
strange place. Don't worry. Tomorrow will be a long way from here. Good night, Adam.
And the puzzles in the Shivers series were actually really good.
You stay in your room,
Not been a fan of Clock
no matter
Tower.
what you hear.
I never played Clock Tower 1 and 2. Okay, how do I get out of this room? It's so dark. Grim Fandango's fantastic, Waffle Man. One of Tim Schafer's best games. Huge fan of Tim
I'm
Schafer.
so scared.
In fact, I have a physical copy of Grim Fandango. Manny Calavera. God, it's so fucking dark. I can't see where the fuck I'm going. Waffle Man, I streamed Grim Fandango last year.
Shit. What's going on here? Aiden. Find a way to open that door.
Okay, Fat Pep, before I played Brutal Legend, I would have said that Psychonauts was Tim Schafer's worst game. Then Brutal Legend came out. And it was Tim Schafer's first bad game. Like, Psychonauts was a good game, but it was still Tim Schafer's worst. Like, he did a lot. Why the fuck can't I leave this room? How do I move the fucking camera? I can't get to the damn door. No, I guess that was the door. Oh yeah, Psychonauts is extremely charming, especially the CIA agents posing as like housewives and stuff on that one stage. So good, so good.
What are you doing here? I told you to stay in your room.
What the hell was that?
Go back to bed. You can leave in the morning.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Exactly. The milkman is so good. Brutal Legend. The problem with Brutal Legend was the gameplay. I liked the story in Brutal Legend. Even the direction, the music selection was so good. That scene where I can't remember the female's heroine's name, but when she dives into the river to Ozzy's Mr. Crowley, that was mind-blowingly good direction. But the gameplay did not match up to the rest of it. The gameplay, I mean, it was an RTS, really? Shouldn't have been an RTS. I have not played Shadow of Destiny. Yes, Brutal Legend is the game with Jack Black voicing the main character. And Ozzy plays the keeper of... Does he play the devil? I don't remember. Satan? The Grim Reaper? I've never heard of Shadow of Destiny. What is that?
You looked exhausted. I told the boys to let you sleep.
Thanks. I really needed it.
Made some coffee.
I don't need coffee.
I'm gonna hit the road. Thank you.
There's a lot of work to be done on the farm. Maybe you'd like to stay on for a few days. Lend a helping hand.
To me,
Couldn't pay
you
anything.
want good point-and-click adventure games, you have to
Roof.
go to PC.
Food on the table.
They just won't be on consoles,
What do you think?
except for like Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain, so
Yeah.
good. Best point-and-click adventure games. You're talking about
Yeah.
games like.
You'll find some more clothes
Looking at
stories
the
for you.
list of games I have on Steam,
You
even
outside?
though the best point-and-click adventures aren't even on Steam yet. Indiana
Ready for
Jones
work?
games are
I'm
fantastic.
ready when you are.
The sheep need water.
The Longest
You can
Journey,
handle that.
the best game ever made.
Sure.
Or you can even go, the hell are some other ones? The Legends of Larry games are awesome. I never played the Runaway series, actually. Broken Sword's fantastic. The Broken Sword is very French. Most of the point-and-click adventure games I grew up on came from Sierra
You're gonna stay a while?
or Lucas.
Looks that way.
Great. I mean, it's good to have some
Thanks,
help.
Judy. Can you get some hay
Day of the
from
Tentacle
barn?
is Tim Schafer's first game, Waffle Man, from LucasArts. Visual novels? You mean hentai dating sims? No, I don't play those. I never liked that kind of gameplay. I have a physical copy of Phantasmagoria 1 and 2, and Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Fathers is one of the best point-and-click adventure games ever made. So yes,
Help me, Aiden.
those are Sierra Online games, Fat Pep. Like I said, I grew up on Sierra Online.
Take it easy, Aiden. Just one bale, not the whole goddamn haystack.
Gabriel Knight's so good. Oh, did you hear, Waffle Man? They're remaking the Gabriel Knight games. Well, maybe just the first one. I think if you can get past the really obscure and stupid puzzles in Gabriel Knight
Joe.
3, I think
Lunch?
Gabriel Knight 3 had the best
Okay,
story.
let me just finish this first.
Put it down anywhere. Thanks, Judy. It's lunchtime. Go and join the boys if you're hungry.
You coming?
Later. I still have work to do.
Okay, later then.
Oh, Phantasmagoria 2 was hilariously bad. Like, the acting is atrocious. I mean, you thought the acting in Phantasmagoria 1 was bad enough? At least with 1, they were trying.
Have a seat.
Thanks. Is it true that your grandmother hasn't spoken in years?
Yeah. My father said she hasn't said a word since my great-grandmother died. That's gotta be...
Like
30 years.
Phantasmagoria 1, you're dealing with the ghost of a magician who owns a mansion or something like that. Phantasmagoria 2, they just said, fuck it, aliens.
Are there other Navajo ranches around here?
There used to be about 50 some years back, but now there's just us. The others got scared off.
The others decided to go
The
live in
main
city.
actress in Phantasmagoria
Not everyone
1
wants to live in
wore
the desert.
those 90s jeans that go like 4 inches above your waist and are way oversized. It's how the fuck did fashion in the 90s ever work?
I saw the dead sheep. What happened to them?
A storm. They wander out of the pen and choke to death on the sand.
You know, when I opened the door last night, I saw something. Pretty sure someone was outside.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's probably a dream. Do you always ask so many questions?
When I don't understand something, yeah.
Yeah? How about if I started asking you questions? Where you come from? What you're doing here? You probably wouldn't like it, huh?
I like the early Police Quest
Keep your
games.
secrets to yourself. And don't ask any
The
more
point and
questions.
click ones, not the shooter ones.
Oh,
Like
excuse me. I got
SWAT,
work
the
to do.
SWAT games. I didn't like those that much. Maybe the first SWAT game.
Don't mind him, Jody. He's okay when you get to know him.
I'll bet.
Space Quest, those are always good.
I guess I better get back to it or Paul will get mad.
Problem is, a lot of these old point and click adventure games from Sierra are kind of hard to play these days.
Well done,
But we
Joey.
can't always have a Freddy Farkas Frontier Pharmacist or Leisure Suit Larry. Those games always hold up.
Let's see what Jay's doing.
Proud and stubborn. Never wants to go in with the others.
Do you mind if I try?
Yeah, they rebooted Leisure
You
Suit
worked with
Larry.
horses before?
Well, I'm sorry, not reboot. They remade the original In the Land of the Lounge Lizards,
Right
and
ahead.
it was great. I
Name's
definitely
Ashley.
recommend you guys check it out on Steam. The reboot of Leisure Suit Larry, which are the Vivendi Leisure Suit Larrys, Al Lowe, the creator of Leisure Suit Larry, has nothing to do with those games. Those are some of the worst games ever made. I'm talking about like
there,
Magna
Ashki.
Cum Laude or Box Office
be afraid,
Bust.
I'm just gonna
Those
come over
games
there,
are
okay?
fucking awful and miss the entire purpose of what Leisure Suit Larry was about. Like, if you look at the first 7 Leisure Suit Larry games,
It's not so bad, is it?
they were always about how Larry was a loser. He
You
wasn't
kinda
banging
like me,
chicks.
huh?
Leisure Suit Larry is about a loser guy named
Ever
Larry
dreamed of riding
Laffer
a horse?
and his failed attempts to pick up women. And I mean failed attempts. Like, you look at Box Office Bust and Magna Cum Laude, they are very chauvinistic games. The original 7 Leisure Suit Larry games by Al Lowe were not chauvinistic at all. If anything, it was the women who were empowered and the men were weak. And that was the comedy of the game. And how weak Larry was as a person. What am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, okay. But when they made the new Leisure Suit Larry games from Vivendi, they completely missed the point.
Take him to the enclosure.
But Leisure Suit Larry works on trilogies. 1, 2, and 3 are a trilogy. 5, 6, and 7 are a trilogy. 4 does not exist.
How'd you do that?
We all have our secrets, right?
In fact, the most powerful person in the Leisure Suit Larry
Who's
universe
judged you?
is Patty, Passionate Patty and the Pulsating Pectorials. She becomes a main character
If you want to take a
in
shower, it's
some of the
behind
later
bar.
games. Oh no,
Ladies
4
first.
doesn't exist
Fine by
because
me.
when Al Lowe finished Leisure Suit Larry 3, he said he would never make a 4th Leisure Suit Larry game. So he didn't. He skipped right to 5. And nobody could call him a liar. Because he did not make Leisure Suit Larry 4. The best Leisure Suit Larry game was probably Love for Sale, Leisure Suit Larry 7. You know how I was talking about before about how much I like Monkey Island 3, even though Monkey Island 3 didn't use the scum system? Monkey Island 3 used the Leisure Suit Larry 6 and 7 inventory and puzzle solving system. And I think that was the best puzzle solving system of any point and click adventure game. And they combined that with the comedy of what the hell is it? I'm blanking out here. On the game I'm just talking about. The comedy of Monkey Island. Combine the comedy of Monkey Island with the gameplay of Leisure Suit Larry, and you end up with Monkey Island
Lynn,
3.
The guy left running. And you know what? He was never seen again.
Sam Max is okay.
It's time to go to bed.
What's happening here? Why do we have to lock up the house?
Just go to your room, Jody. And don't come out, no matter what happens. You remember the sheep last night?
God, this chapter's so long.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
God, for
This
God's
chapter
sakes,
started
Paul.
30 minutes ago.
What's going on here?
Just go to your room. There's nothing you can do.
Hello, 50 Rings. Thanks for tuning in. Do I have anything planned for Halloween? Not really. Am I supposed to have something planned for Halloween? Like, we play horror games all the time on my stream, usually on Wednesday nights. Spooky party at the Jaxel Dome? Hey guys, I farted. Can you smell it? Okay, I cannot see shit in this chapter. It's just nothing but darkness. Alright, I'm gonna raise the brightness. You're right, I should do that. Okay, and brightness is up. And even then, it's not bright enough. Oh, I know why. You know what? I raised the brightness on the wrong screen. That's why. I'm an idiot. Alright, that could be why. Alright. Much better. That is one of the problems I have with this game, the inconsistency of the brightness of the game. Some scenes are very bright, some are very dark.
Jody! Jody, I told you to stay in your room. You could have been killed.
What's happening here? What was that thing?
You should have listened to me. Stayed in your room.
You have to tell me the truth. You have to tell me the truth now.
It's Jaxel. He wants blood. That's all he's interested
See, blushies though, the difference is my setup is highly configured for optimal viewing settings. And generally things are supposed to be a lot darker in brighter
Spirits
scenes.
don't live in this world.
But in really dark scenes, things are hard to see.
If he's here, there's a reason.
If you've optimized your television or your monitors for best viewing, it's like this is too bright.
You remember Ashley? We're friends, right? I'm just gonna put my foot in the stirrup and climb up, okay?
See, a lot of people, they have their TVs torched up with high contrasts, you know, high color settings, and that's not how your TV is supposed to be.
Hey, what do you think, Ashki? We're doing pretty good, huh?
That horse is gonna.
That's how it is when it comes out of the box, because they want to show you, hey, this is a good TV, look how bright and how sharp the colors are. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Let's go. Yeah.
See, doing this makes you want to play Shadow of the Colossus, which I platinumed a few months back. Agro, the best horse. Better than Epona. Yes, I said it. Exactly, Cajun Man Punk. Quality of TVs is its ability to produce black, not white.
Look, I know you don't want to talk about it. But I really need to know what happened last night. Does a spirit come every night?
It'll come for many nights, and then it won't show up for months. But it always ends up coming back.
And the ghosts that surround the house. Do you know who they are?
My father says 5 spirit guardians have always protected our tribe. They come at night to prevent Yeotso from killing us. I don't know if it's true, but Yeotso has never managed to get into our house. My turn to ask you some questions. What are you really doing out here in the middle of the desert? It feels like you're running away from something.
I'm just trying to figure out who I really am. I've come to this point in my life where I have to come to terms with myself. That's all.
You're like us. You also have your dark secret, don't you, Jody?
No. No, I have no secrets.
Jay! Jay! Verkeerde klus.
Oh, Shazah? The bed bar shark. She in the dish in.
That was Paul. There's no water at the ranch. Something must be up with the well. I'm gonna have a look on my way back.
I can go take a look if you want.
Don't know if you'll be able to do much.
I'll do what I can. Where's the well?
It's over there. It's got a windmill. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Okay. I'll see you back at the ranch.
Okay. See you later.
I'm sorry, Fat Pep. I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say? Last Guardian, who knows if that is ever coming out. Every day we hear it's been canceled, then the next day we hear it hasn't been canceled. Who knows?
Good work, Aiden. The pump's running again.
And honestly, I was extremely disappointed by the PS3 re-release of Shadow of the Colossus. They changed some of the physics in the game, and it made the game so much less fun. Like, if they had just left the game exactly as it is, just upscaled the graphics, it would have been good. Well, that was weird. Yeah, I heard the way they did the fog was bad in Silent Hill 2 in the HD remake. Like when they do these HD remakes, why can't they just, make it HD and that's it? Why they gotta change shit? You know what interesting is I really have no interest in the Metal Gear Solid series. I loved Metal Gear Solid 1. I loved Metal Gear Solid 2. I did not play Metal Gear Solid 3. I loved Metal Gear Solid 4.
Fort Crown?
But I just have no
Why
interest.
have I been brought here?
I don't know why. Why can't I get off the damn horse? Invisible walls, they're the best.
Can you see anything, Aiden?
Come on! Show yourself,
An entity. Massacred the soldiers in the fort. Could it be Jaxel? The forked tree. I have to find it.
I'll say it again, Fat Pep. I liked Heavy Rain better.
The Devil's Fort. The place I saw in my visions.
Jaxel.
Thanks, Aiden. Weird. This one has no talisman. The fifth talisman. He put it around the baby's neck. Help me, Aiden. I've got to see what happened. It all went by too fast. I didn't understand it. It's just all mixed up. It's as if something's missing.
Yeah, fifth talisman.
I'll show the talismans to Paul. Maybe he'll know something.
We came here in broad daylight. We tried to get to the house. Tori, get the
Okay, normally I would save Paul here. But trophy requires me to let him die.
It won't start, Jay!
Number 2 dad.
The entity's
Goodbye.
coming back.
We've got to get to the house.
I don't think that's gonna help.
There's nothing else we can do. My father told you can't fight a spirit.
Not saving Paul.
Oh, this blanket. It's the one that was on that baby.
Mother gave it to me. Like her mother before. She also gave me this. Fifth talisman.
Oh yeah, she's super old.
This is where it all began. Need to watch carefully. Remember every detail.
Fat Pep, I think you're reading into it too much.
Your ancestors. They summoned Yaitsu here.
They were lost, full of hatred for the white man. They bring spirit, kill their enemies, and gain revenge. He turned against them. He was still hungry for blood. Yaitsu is back. He has come to take our lives.
We're your ancestors. They're the guardians who protect the house, right?
They know they were wrong, so they returned to protect us from the evil that they released.
If they brought the entity here, I mean, there's gotta be some way to send it back to its own world.
They used a ritual to open the passage. I still remember the incantation, but the ritual is lost in the past.
I saw the ritual in my vision. Look, I'll prepare it and you can help me with the incantation.
Hurry! He's coming.
Letting Paul die.
Fire. I have to make a fire in the front of the house. Something to light the fire.
It's taking a long time to hammer that one plank of wood.
Jody, what the hell?
Trust me! I know what I'm doing!
We gotta get inside! The storm is coming!
Leave it be, Jay!
Shimasani, you can talk?
Stick, Jody! You must find a stick to draw the sign! That's it. Now the talismans. I have to remember where each of the medicine man stood. There. That's exactly right. Okay. Now each of you needs to stand next to a talisman. There must be a soul attached to each one. There's only 4 of us! And 5 talismans! We need a 5th soul to complete the ritual!
Is he crazy, Jody? We're all gonna die if we don't go inside right now!
Fuck! Fuck! We need one more soul! That's it! We've got the 5 souls! Shimasani, start the incantation now!
The passage is open, Jody! You did it! You did it!
And the light is green, the trap is clean. Indecisive, you missed the opening cutscene on her first dream in this chapter. Now that's a freaky cutscene.
Jody!
No white man has ever been to the place I'm taking you. My people have buried our dead there for many hundreds of years. For us, it's sacred land.
Okay, so Walter and Jimmy are dead. Paul is dead. All that's left is Cole and Ryan. There should be 2 graves, since Paul is dead too. You're right, only the likable characters die. And Ryan. Another issue I had with the game, them trying to force the romance with Ryan on you, it's like, no. Yep, I see 2 graves.
These are the bones of your ancestors.
Chicken, Fat Pep.
I'm sure they would have wanted to be buried alongside their own people.
You notice how little...
Could have saved Paul.
Oh, okay, there it is.
I know I could.
Don't blame yourself. My father is with Shimazani and his ancestors. He's happy where he is.
I don't remember what's up here. I remember cave paintings. That's about it. What? Indecisive, they'll be back in the next chapter. Papa Defoe is number 3 dad indecisive.
So your decision is made? You leaving?
There's just things that I have to work out. Things from my past. I think I'm ready to face them now.
You did a lot for us, Jody.
Number 2 dad just died.
For us and for our people. If you don't find what you're looking for, just come back here. You'll always find a home here.
I'm gonna miss you.
Me too. I'll never forget you, Corey.
Ashki is gonna miss you.
One day I'll come back and see you.
I know, right? I would.
Hey, Jody.
Ryan, boring character.
You didn't think you were just gonna walk.
These Navajo people, great characters. They should have fleshed out these Navajo people more.
I managed to get it going again. Take it. It's yours. At least we can do to thank you.
Yeah, you're right. They're making Jay say the lines instead of Paul since Paul died. I mean, Jay is one of the choices you can make at the end of the game, but it just seems so out of left field because they put no emphasis on any of these characters. Oh, and look, see the 2 spirits, they're right there. Paul and Shimasani. Alright guys, on that note, I am going to be calling it a night. There's 50 of you watching right now. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back online at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I gotta go to sleep, Indecisive. Indecisive, you gonna be at the break tomorrow? Pokemon. Yeah, Navajo is probably the best chapter in the game. The only problem is it's an hour long. It is a really long chapter, but it has the best characters, the best story. It's got, I mean, out of all the characters in the game, the characters in the Navajo chapter are the ones you care about the most, and they're in the game the least.